Hello, it's Matt Davis here with another question from the review quiz for Chapter 2. So, the California condor is the largest North American land bird. It is considered critically endangered. The wingspan in feet from a random sample of 65 adult California condors is shown below. The stem and leaf diagram below was produced using StatCrunch. StatCrunch uses a colon in place of the standard vertical line. So we can kind of talk about that real quick. If this was a stem and leaf we drew by hand instead of that colon, we would have had a vertical line right there. So you just want to think about it that way. And then notice the leaf unit is 0.1. That's an important factor in this as well. What percentage of the California condors have wingspans less than 8.5 feet? Round your answer to 2 decimal places. Don't enter the percent symbol. For example, if it was 45.67%, we'll just enter 45.67. All right, so first of all, let's change the problem. So instead of saying less than 8.5 feet to give help but not answers, we're going to change this to wingspans of at least 9 feet. So this question comes in 2 versions. One of them has a less than and one of them has an at least, and more people have trouble with the at least. So I'm going to focus on that one. I think people have a translation problem with that. They hear the word least and it has a less than sound, so they go less than 9. But at least 9 actually means 9 or more. So let's go ahead and make a note of that. So when they say at least 9 feet, that's the same as saying 9 feet or larger. Again, that sounds a little weird when you hear least, you think less, but we're actually going 9 feet and up with that. If it said less than, we're going down, but at least actually goes up. So a little bit tricky on the wording. That gets people sometimes, so that might have been what got you if you were struggling with this. The other place this can go wrong is the leaf unit business. So if our leaf unit is 0.1, that means that we have to read this a little bit differently. So instead of that first number being 78, if that leaf unit is in the 10th spot, this would be 7.8 and 8.1 and so on. So that's a key factor in that. So when they say at least 9 feet, we got to know where 9 feet is. 9 is this, let's highlight it. There's 9 feet right there. The 9.0 would be 9 feet. So we want that and up. So we want all of those, all of these, and those. And so then it just becomes a matter of counting and being careful with the counting because there are a lot of numbers there and they're kind of small. But you just got to go through and count them. So how many numbers are on the 10 line? We have the 0 and the 1 for leaves. You're only counting the leaves, so we have 2 there. For the 9, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 numbers there. And then we know that these are lined up, so that's 10 above it on the line. That's the 10th number right there. So then we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So in terms of how many of these are at least 9 feet, we have 25 on the first row with the 9 stem, 10 more on the second row of the 9 stem, and then 2 on the only row of the 10 stem. So we have 25 plus 10 plus 2, and then they want a percentage, so we need to know out of how many. So we go back up here, highlight that. So there was a sample of 65 adult California condors, so that's going to be our denominator. So out of 65, so we have 37 divided by 65. And we'll go ahead and slide that into the calculator. So 37 divided by 65. Oh, sorry, this calculator acts a little bit goofy here. Let me get that to a decimal version. The decimal version is 0.5692. And then the 2 is followed by a 3, so we would stick with that 2. So 0.5692. So So approximately 0.5962. I did put approximately equal right here because the number I saw in the calculator was actually longer than 4 decimals, but I rounded it. And then converting that to a percentage, we'll multiply by 100%, which moves the decimal over 2 spots. So this will become 59.62%. And they said not to enter the percentage symbol, so we'll just enter the 59.62. So again, the couple of danger spots there. When you see the phrase at least, you need to read that as that size or larger instead of going down. Being careful to count all the numbers on the leaf side. Don't count the stems. Make sure you round correctly in that 4th spot, and that's about it there, I think. All right, I hope that helps you. I hope that the spot that you were struggling with got mentioned in this video. So good luck when you get back to the quiz.